Hey guys, Monochrome here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Genuinely good to have you. Today we're taking a look at an easy guide to American Sign Language. Learn the basics fast. Now, technically, this book does not have an author because if it did, that would mean that the person who created standardized American Sign Language also put together this particular book. No. It does have an editor, though, Lora. Now, this book, although it looks probably huge on my camera, really isn't that big, and that's one of the good things about it. This is designed to be somewhat portable. It's designed to be a reference guide that you can take with you. Now, that's based on a couple of things. One, the overall size. Length is going to be just a little over 7.5 inches. Width is going to be actually just under 4.5 inches. Thickness, it's not too thick. Altogether, you're looking at 54 pages, not including the cover. And those 54 pages do include an index. Now let's talk about the cover itself. This is made from a thicker material than normal, and it does have a bit of a waxy feel to it. That means that if you get a few drops of water on the cover, it's not going to ruin the book. The pages themselves, well, those don't seem to have any actual water protection. And obviously, if this falls in a deep puddle, yeah, it's done for. But maybe you're in a cafe somewhere and, oh no, a couple of drops of coffee or tea splash on the cover, it's good. It's thick, it's got a waxy feel, and that's going to protect it from a little bit of water, coffee, tea, that sort of thing. So the cover also helps with this thing being meant to be carried around wherever you need to go. And with the measurements, this will fit, well, obviously not in every single pair of cargo pants or cargo shorts, but I had no problem putting this book in the cargo pants pockets of, well, my cargo pants. Yeah, it will fit, and I was able to actually close the pocket as well. More importantly, not only will it fit, but you can actually walk around comfortably with it. I could, no problems at all. So this is definitely meant to be a traveler's reference guide. Here's the thing though, and this is something when I first learned about it, really caught me by surprise. The title is very important. American Sign Language. In America, sign language is standardized. It's like speaking English. You encounter another native speaker in America or someone who learned English at a very young age, you're going to have no problem communicating with each other. Even if it is just trading four-letter words and insults, you will have no problem communicating with each other, let's face it. And just like other languages, the entire world does not have a single standardized language. There are people who live their entire lives in regions of the world who They don't speak even a tiny fraction of the languages that are available, but they speak one language, everyone else around them speaks that language, and they're able to communicate with everyone else around them just fine for their entire lifetime if they never travel outside of their country. That's just how it is. And ironically, same thing exists with sign language. American Sign Language is the same in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's the same as Miami, Florida. It's the same as Hoboken, New Jersey, and everywhere else in America. But if you travel to France, for example, and you encounter someone who's deaf, and you try to use this book to communicate with them, there might be a couple of hand gestures that they'll understand, but for the most part, they're not going to have a single clue what you're trying to say to them using your hands. That's how it is. Sign language is not universal. There's American Sign Language, and there's other forms of standardized sign language in other parts of the world that are completely different. So in America, this will be useful to you. Another thing I like is that the illustrations are very clear, as you can see. Clear illustrations. They're very basic, but they are very clear. Now, I do wish that the illustrations were a little bit bigger. I do. I do wish they were a little bit bigger, but that's really the only main criticism I have. And when you consider that this thing is designed specifically for travelers, well, I can understand why they didn't make the illustrations bigger, because they would have to make the rest of the book either bigger or, at the very least, thicker with more pages, and it would be less travel friendly. So I get it. I do wish the illustrations were a little bit bigger, but they are still clear. You can still tell what's happening in them, and that's the main thing. Now, who is this book for? Well, if you're someone fortunate enough to meet someone in life and they care about you, they're a decent human being, heck, maybe they've fallen in love with you or you've fallen in love with them, this is what you get, or this is what you should buy when you're starting out a relationship with that type of person who happens to be deaf. Seriously, there are so many miserable human beings on the face of this planet that if you encounter one who actually has a good heart and freaking cares about you, don't do something stupid like toss them aside just because they happen to be deaf. I mean, I've never done that, but there are people out there who definitely have. It's like, oh, wow, this person is wonderful, intelligent, loving, they care about me, this is great. Oh, crap, they're deaf. Oh, well, back to the dating pool. No, don't do that. Go out, buy this book, starting out in your relationship. This is what you use in the very early stages until you can find a course in your area, maybe a night school course where you can go to after work, couple of nights a week. that will teach you advanced sign language. This will teach you the basics. And yes, it will teach them to you quickly. But if you get into a relationship with someone who's deaf, get this first. Use it in the beginning until you learn sign language. And then, enjoy your relationship with them. Now, obviously, being deaf, there's going to be certain hurdles that you'll have to overcome. But congratulations, you met someone who actually gives a damn about you, isn't using you for your money if you're a guy, or isn't using you for your body if you're a woman. Congratulations on meeting them. Now you have to learn how to communicate with them. Because, life lesson. Most first marriages end for one of two reasons. Money, as in both of you aren't making enough of it and you don't know how to manage it and you're struggling to pay the bills. Or, and this is actually a bigger reason why most first marriages end, lack of communication from both of you. Seriously. Ladies, if you don't tell your man that there's a problem when the problem starts up and you just automatically think he knows what the problem is and you're upset with him because he's not doing anything to fix it, no. Your man does not know what the problem is. Go talk to him. Don't yell at him. Don't talk at him. Talk to him. And guys, well, being a guy myself, I get it. If your woman is not yelling at you, if she's not outwardly upset with you, if she's not telling you, hey, there's a problem, we need to talk, well, what do guys do? We just assume that everything is great in the relationship. Oh, this is wonderful. No, everything is not great. No, seriously, you need to communicate. Men, women, you need to open your mouths and communicate with each other in a respectful way if you want to save your freaking relationship. And if you have a girlfriend, boyfriend, you've just met them and they're deaf, you still need to communicate. This is what you start out with. And then take a course and learn how to communicate with them on a more advanced level. That's just how it is. Don't throw something away just because there's a hurdle that you need to overcome. So this is ideal for those individuals. Or let's say you meet someone who's not deaf, but her parents are. Well, there you go. Best way you can impress them is to first get this book and then, once again, take a course so you can learn the advanced stuff. I mean, honestly, if I was a dad and I was deaf and some dude showed up and he wanted to marry my daughter, honestly, if he took the time to learn sign language in order to communicate with me, I would be impressed. I would. Absolutely. And maybe it's a situation where you meet someone, they're special, but they work with deaf kids. Guys, you want to earn some brownie points with her? You want to impress her? Someone like that? Get the book, study it, Then take the course later on when you've got some free time. Seriously. For everyone else, well, the reason why I bought this book is because I was curious. I wanted to learn about sign language. Some of you guys know that I'm an amateur writer. Well, you can't write about deaf characters if you have no freaking clue what language they speak using their hands. So, yeah. I mean, it's like writing a book about being a race car driver and you don't even so much as own a driver's license in real life. No one's going to take you seriously. But yeah, if you're someone who's a scholar and maybe you're a little bored and you want to try something new, well, there you go. In that situation, you don't have to take a more advanced course. You can buy something like this, carry it with you, learn as you go. So, based on the fact that this is designed to be a quick reference, a portable reference, designed for travelers, yeah, I do recommend this book on American Sign Language. Obviously, you can get books that teach American Sign Language, which are bigger, thicker, cover more items than just the basics. But yeah, this is definitely much easier to carry around. All right, guys, that's it for today. I definitely recommend this book. Please continue to stay safe out there. Unfortunately, it is still very dangerous. I'll see you guys soon. Take care.